As the Great War broke out this time 100 years ago, many were expecting it would be over by Christmas. It's because Britain was the preeminent world power of the day, with superior economic wealth and naval force. It was thought its entry into the conflict would quickly exhaust the Central Powers by forcing them to fight on two fronts: Russia to the east,
Tsar of Russia mobilizes,
and France and Britain to the west. The British declaration of war signalled a major turning point because it would eventually draw in by proxy its colonies and allies from the Americas, Africa, Asia and the Pacific.
Appeals like these draw young men to a great adventure, to fight for a motherland most have never seen, to leave a country many will never see again.
From Australia's population of fewer than 5 million people, 416,809 men enlisted. By the end of the war, about 60,000 of them had been killed and another 170,000 were wounded, gassed or captured. It remains today the most deadly conflict Australia has ever taken part in. But of all the nations involved, Russia outnumbered all others in casualties. 3/4 of its force, or 9.1 million soldiers, were either killed, wounded, taken prisoner or declared missing. Germany's death and injury toll reached approximately 7.1 million. Austria-Hungary, 7 million. France, 6.1 million. And the British Empire, 3.2 million. In total, of the estimated 65 million soldiers mobilised, there were 37 million casualties, including 8.5 million deaths.
While in the trenches, the routine of life continues as it has been.
The First World War was the first time trench warfare became a standard feature of combat. It's thought that more than 40,000 kilometres of trenches were dug through continental Europe. They were the frontline shelters, supply lines, workshops and living quarters of the men who fought. They were also cold and dirty pits of disease infested with rats and lice, intensifying the suffering of the soldiers.
Then once more, life in the trenches with the same hardships, the same routine.
World War I was so brutal it was hoped it would be the war to end all wars. Instead, it would position Europe and the globe for a second world war just 21 years after the first one ended.